Lakers, after 81 games, have secured the 3 seed in the West. They dominate the Rockets, scoring 140 points, hitting 19 threes. And for the first time since 2012, guys, the Lakers are going to host a first-round series in downtown Los Angeles. Remember, 2020 was in the bubble. They go 3-1 down the stretch, win in OKC, back-to-back emotional win against Dallas, then here against the shorthanded Rockets. And they're playing good basketball. 19 threes. Seem to be having fun, big game, and clicking at the right time, and feels good. 5th best record in the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, they've, been trending in the right direction, for most of the second half of the season. When they got healthy, they got Luka, and, guys started to get used to, him being on the floor along with LeBron and Reaves. But, it's the role players, I think, have really helped sustain Vanderbilt playing well. Benny Smith has turned out to be a pretty good three-point shooter you can rely on, along with his defense. So collectively, they're churning at the right time, and they're right now they got a week off. They got a chance to really take a look at what they have to do and get a good insight on whoever their opponents might to be, and start focusing on that. But I'm really pleased with the way they emerged post All-Star. And really did what they had to do to bring themselves up to top 4 teams in the West.
I want to show some love to coaches. It's been a tough few weeks for some coaches around the league.
Yeah.
So many coaches. Like when we think about how competitive the Western Conference has been and how competitive the league is overall, a lot of coaches have done a great job. Think about the Pistons with J.B. Bickerstaff, Kenny Atkinson in Cleveland, Joe Mazzulla again, great year in Boston. Return to the West, Ime Udoka in Houston, Mark Daigneault in Oklahoma City, but J.J. Redick in Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's impressive.
It's I don't think anybody would have picked the Lakers to finish 3rd in the West when the season started. That's just the reality of it. And so he's done a great job getting this group to this point. Obviously, there are bigger things ahead, but they deserve to embrace and celebrate and enjoy what they've accomplished tonight.
When you have a top 5 record in the NBA and you finish 3rd in this competitive West, you have had a great season. And it's something to be proud of. And now you got to get ready for the playoffs. All right, let's go back to Crypto.com Arena. Austin Reaves with Mike Trudell.
All right, Austin Reaves. So with this win, 50th on the season, you do secure the 3 seed for the Western Conference playoffs. I know it's been a long season. A lot has happened, but that right there is accomplishing something towards your ultimate goal.
Yeah, I mean, the Western Conference is such a, competitive, every single night. Doesn't matter who you play, it's always competitive. And for us to be the 3rd seed is a big accomplishment. Now we have one more Sunday, I believe. Friday.
Yep.
Friday, 2nd day of the Masters, by the way. Everybody watch. So we got one more Sunday, and then the real deal starts. So it's very excited.
I figured you'd get a golf reference in there. So Luka just walked by, gave you a tap on the back. Obviously, it seemed like a galvanizing moment for you guys in Texas, in Dallas, around him. What have you seen from him lately coming out of that one and into this one as you approach the postseason?
Him just being him. We've all been watching it since he's been in the league. He does stuff like he did tonight in Dallas a lot. So we expect him to do that. We want him to go be our best player every single night. And, he's one hell of a player. So happy to have him on our team. And that night in Dallas was huge for our team.
What were you and LeBron getting into on the bench there? Seemed like you were having some fun.
We were getting into it. We don't really like each other. We deal with each other just because of basketball, but other than that, friendship's not that good. But we did celebrate for a second for not being in the play-in tournament. So we battled through those days last year and the year before. Now we were, like you said, we secured that 3rd seed. So we're, super excited to, for the postseason.
Yeah, not just avoid the play-in, but secured home court for at least one round. And you guys have been playing some good basketball in this building.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we play in the best, arena in the world in front of the best fans. So anytime we, lace them up, in general, we feel good, but especially when we're here, with this crowd behind us.
Thanks for the time, Austin.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Everybody watch the Masters.
Austin Reaves. Everyone watched the Masters. I can guarantee you the three of us are going to be watching that whenever we can, definitely tomorrow. And then Sunday, we'll be watching the Portland Trail Blazers, Lakers, and the Masters. We'll have that on as well. Big game. Austin saying that the fellows were celebrating, he and LeBron were celebrating not being in the play-in. I know we were celebrating that as well, so congratulations to the Lakers. Luka, let's start with him. 39 points, Fish, 13 of 19, 5 of 9 from 3, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Really, the only blemish for him, I think he would tell you, is the free throw line. Just a rare bad night at the line, or he's got 45. But another great performance. And I think you said something at halftime, just the way he puts his foot on the gas in that first half can just get you right where you need to be going in that second half, and others can start to do their thing.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes at the beginning of, not necessarily tonight with guys out for the Rockets, but at the beginning of like some of these really important games that the Lakers have played in recent weeks, it's not always easy to see the ball go in early in games. You're anxious, you're nervous, you're worked up, you're ready to compete really hard, and sometimes your shot just isn't there, and you have to find other ways to get yourself into the game. But for Luka Doncic, it doesn't seem to work that way. Like, he sees the ball going in the basket early and often. He's always confident, but when your best players are able to start games that way, that confidence starts to spread through the roster. Dorian Finney-Smith believes he can see the ball go in. Everybody else continues to have that confidence shooting the ball from the perimeter. So it's impressive and contagious that he gets off to good starts as often as he does.
He's very confident. He just looks like the type of player that he doesn't think anybody can stop him from doing what he wants to do. I know there's some great defense out there, like they didn't have their best players, but just on a regular basis, he seems to get where he wants to get to. He seems to be able to get a shot off or make a pass. So that's a lot of confidence right there, and it is contagious when you have somebody on the floor leading like that and the ball's going through the hoop. It definitely gives the rest of the team a big boost. And it's nice to see that he can control that early in the game, when they need it. A good boost.
Dorian Finney-Smith was great tonight again. 18 points, 6 of 8 from 3. He's had 12 threes in the last 2 games against the Rockets. So if they do match up at some point down the line, I can guarantee Dorian Finney-Smith will be one of the keys. Let's talk a little Austin Reaves, since we just heard from him, guys. 23 points, 9 of 15, 3 for 6 Fish. The efficiency, the 6 assists, the 7 rebounds, just really kind of fitting into that role perfectly next to LeBron and Luka.
Yeah, the attention that the two of those guys, bring to themselves, the amount of gravitational pull, which we talked about earlier. The Lakers have talked about this a lot. Like, Austin Reaves is now seeing, no disrespect to anybody guarding him, but he's seeing maybe the third best perimeter defender on the Lakers, on the opponent's side of it. The best defensive player might go to Luka, second best maybe to LeBron. Now the third best perimeter defender is trying to cover Austin in screen roll, and that's tough to do. And so Austin's taking advantage of it, doing a great job playing off 2 superstar Hall of Fame guys.
He's a problem.
He is.
He's a problem, and he's a threat. Usually, in the past, maybe more today, you'll find more ball handlers. But to have your third guy be just as good a ball handler and decision maker as Luka and LeBron is, and can score and can shoot, and can draw fouls, maybe a little bit, I'm not going to say better than those two, but just as good. He gets to the line because he knows how to feel and get the bump and make that shot. So, yeah, that's a problem. And, I don't know from a coaching standpoint how you prepare for that. When you have 3 guys that are handling the ball that well and that efficient, he's going to be a threat, and he's focused on both ends. He'll take charges. He'll make smart decisions on the defensive end. So Reaves he's definitely arrived, and he's a problem.
I don't want to go to the highlight until I just mention, there was a scare during that game with LeBron. He didn't play after that. We'll hear from him, hopefully, and it seemed like everything was okay as he was watching the game and smiling. And being his normal self. But there was just a little scare there for a second.
It was it is. Anytime it's, particularly when it's like a non-contact situation, he just kind of stretched a little bit. But that's something, it's an ongoing injury fish and something he's dealt with most of his career there.
Yeah, no, very, very concerning. When this initially happened, his reaction, as well as ours, when you see a non-contact situation like that, like James was just saying, it's normally not a great sign. But his body language, his energy, the rest of the game, celebrating not being in the play-in, jumping up and down with Austin.
Yeah, I think if it was serious, he would.
Looks like it's not going to be an issue.
You got to remember, we're seeing the feed that they're going to show. So when it's a commercial break for the fans at home, we're watching that over and over again. Mm-hmm. Our concern was a little higher than most, just because, like you said, we're not used to seeing LeBron. Yeah, facial expressions and all that.
But you take care of business tonight, then that means LeBron doesn't have to
playing on Sunday,
try and play on Sunday, and then that rolls into that break during the play-in. And so you earn the right to get rest, get healthy, be prepared for the playoffs, and that's why you take care of business.